If you've ever started a diet, maybe you lasted 2 weeks, maybe 2 months, but eventually you quit and you just can't seem to stick to it, this video is for you. Or maybe you're like me and you've been on a diet and a workout routine before, but you fell off the wagon. This video is also for you. My name's Matt from the Diet Dashboard app, and in the first video of this series, I described how I was in the best shape of my life about 2 years ago, and then my daughter was born, and then about a year after that, my mother passed away. So needless to say, between a new baby and all the stress from my mom's ordeal, I fell off the wagon pretty hard. So I have a personal connection to this story as well. So I wanted to give you 3 things that if you're in my situation, or maybe you've tried to diet and work out and failed before, 3 things that are going to help you finally achieve success. Number 1, you have to have a vision of what you want to look like. You can't just think, I want to lose weight, or I want to be in shape, or I want to be healthy. Your brain needs a picture, literally a picture of what that's going to look like. So the first most important thing you need to do is get your vision together for what you want to look like. Once you do that, I recommend you put it on your phone or print it out, put it somewhere you're going to see it, and find someone that you think maybe you favor, who's in shape, who you look at that person, you're like, yeah, if I was in shape, I would kind of look like that. Or maybe you have a photo of your previous self, years ago when you were in shape, and you can kind of look and keep that in your mind's eye of where you're headed. But it's very important. First thing you have to do is have a vision for where you want to go, because otherwise you'll just flounder. Number 2, you have to start incredibly small, like really ridiculously small. And I say that because most people, they get all gung-ho about their new diet, their new workout routine, and maybe they do it for a little bit, but inevitably, the first thing that happens that throws them off that routine, and that's the end right there. So if you start very small and just slowly, piece by piece, start building this foundation, you're gonna have a lot better foundation for when those curveballs that life tend to throw us come. So number 2, start very small. Now what that looks like for me today is day 1 of me getting back on the routine. So all I'm doing is today I'm going for a walk. I'm on my walk right now. That's it. I'm not even tracking my food, which might be shocking to hear from the co-creator of the Diet Dashboard app, but I'm not even worried about tracking my food right now. All I'm doing is changing one thing. That's it. That's the goal this week. Change one thing. So that change is I'm gonna start going on my walks again. It's not an intense walk, just leisurely. I can speak comfortably while I'm walking. This is the pace that I walk at. And this is all it takes to get started. So for me, the walk helps, obviously. It's a little bit of exercise, but walks are also a great thing for your mental health. I cannot recommend them enough. So usually I tend to start off with walks because I just find it helps my mental health, kind of slowly gets the engine going as far as physical activity. And I don't even have to sweat about diet or anything. I'm not even worried about that. All I'm doing today is just walking. That's it. So I would recommend you find one thing to start off with week 1, day 1, and just change one thing. That could be anything from I'm gonna drink water instead of sodas starting today, or I'm gonna not get dessert with lunch today at the restaurant, or my recommendation, I'm gonna start walking today. And it doesn't need to be much, just a 10-minute walk, 20-minute walk, leisurely, don't have to go crazy, and you will feel better. And then just do it again the next day. The great thing about walking also is, unlike cardio and working out, you could walk every day. As a matter of fact, it's recommended that you do. So I can't recommend walking enough. So number 2, start stupid small. And number three, I wanted to just relate a story we've probably all heard growing up. And when I say it, you may think, oh, that's so obvious. But as I get older, the story of the tortoise and the hare, which is probably one of the first stories I ever heard as a kid, it just rings more and more true every year. And it just kind of goes back to the idea of, if you go crazy and fast out the gate, you have such little foundation built that as soon as something comes along and knocks you off the path, you're going to stay off the path. So we're all trying to reach this goal, but the ones who are smart enough to build a solid foundation, slow and steady, always win the race. Every year, I find that becomes truer and truer in all aspects of life. So remember the story of the tortoise and the hare. It seems simple. It's an old kid fable, but in our adult lives, it applies more than I think some of us realize. So go slow, build that foundation, come back and see me in the next video, and I'm going to give you some more tips. Be sure to follow Diet Dashboard, hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm going to see you in the next video for more tips on this journey that we're going to take together, because I'm taking my health back and I'm getting back on track. So I hope you will too. I'll see you in the next one.